The galley at the gate. The indignity suffered or the notably enjoyed by the English language will periodically provoke comment in this column. Dr. Samuel Johnson knew a great deal about English language, spoke it witty and wrote it in quadrupedical programmatic, silly long pseudo-classical words, that is, some of them invented from the ocean. So absurd was his float, latent style that is aroused hostile purpose even at time, but pardon the great doctor his faults, and seek to emulate his virtues. One of the virtues was the least he cared. He was trying to use English of a civilized man, held to centuries of tradition. There's nothing wrong with Latinims, even long ones in themselves. This article is stuffed with words of Latin origin. The few of them would be better replaced by Anglo-Saxon equivalents. If you want to back hoe and bird, so be it. And the modish English of 1990s offer you plenty of examples. Dr. Johnson would have told you simply, "Sir, you are mistaken." This simple at the columns agrees. Yes, indeed. Short words are generally preferable to long ones, plain speech to ornate, simple structure to sonorous complexity, but the order of language that would buzzard its essential elegance into a heap of four-letter rubble needs no assistance. The ghost has already seized the airwave. Do not expect young Johnson to encourage them. How even eventually he will resist. And you may think that those particular vendors are the ones most to appear in the world of economists and its readers. We're not into your speak. Professional jargon, in contrast, is our second tongue. Now, to be, this paper would be easier to read maybe by 200 pages long if he had to explain every week what is meant by negative real terms or subsidiarity or trickle-down economics, but those are dangerous allies for us. The worst barbarians at the door are not the Byzantine force led by Aladdin the DJ, but the major already inside, the models of global cook led by men like George Bush. These dangerous allies are mostly American-born. Americans love to invent, whereas Britons tend to be abused in existing vocabulary. American-inspired theory of nuclear deterrence, for example, brought under Henry Kissinger the great single assault on English-American language, such Hiroshima. So here's thought as new administration, new men with new ideas, and no doubt a new era of buzzwords prepare to set into the White House. The world can never get rid of gabbies. It needs them too much, but its lover of English has to implore them. Let him ensure that they are under his command, not the other way about. If you come upon this existing the linguistic front line of Gabardine, action a scenario for their termination with extreme prejudice, or as Johnson would put, kill them off.